makes money. So the more you solve it, the more you are valuable, the more you're reputable, the more you're richer. Number 3, when you fall down or you have a problem and you fail, rise up again. Anytime you fall down, get up with something. You can get up with an experience. You can get up with a process to do things. So when you fail, if a righteous man falls 7 times, he will rise up. So don't stop being depressed, stop complaining, stop murmuring, become a celebrator, right? Number 3, change your attitude to life or to problem. When you see problem, don't see it as if it's coming to destroy you. Just see it as a process of living, and you begin to solve problem. That's why we said life is an act, which means you can learn to, Now when you're getting older, you have to develop what is called self-defense. Don't let things stress you. That's why we said have problem, but don't let your problem have you. When you separate yourself from your problem, you have sound mind, you solve your problem, and you make money from your problem. So it's all a matter of attitude. Your attitude is your belief. Why people complain so much and they don't resolve any problem is because each time they think that any problem is destructive. No problem comes to have a constructive attitude to a lot of issues and problem in life. When you begin to do that, you notice that you live right. Everyone is solving a problem. Number 5, also, have a nourished intellect. Prayerfully fertilize your mind so that you can solve problems. Ask for wisdom. Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7, wisdom is the principal thing. Get wisdom. Of all thy getting, get understanding. In James chapter 1 verse 5, God says, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask from God that giveth liberally and upbraideth not. That's why when you have wisdom, you have understanding, you have prosperity, you have long life. That's how wisdom guides somebody. Proverbs chapter 8 verse 19, wisdom is justifying our children. So make sure you get wisdom, and the wisdom is the fear of the Lord. You separate yourself. In Proverbs 18:1, when you separate yourself, you sit down, you study, you meditate, you read, and you see your heart is being fertilized. Isaiah 58 says your heart is become a well-watered garden. Remember, men prevail by ideas. When your heart is fertilized, not that your heart, some people, their heart is alienated, it's shrouded with darkness. Every small thing you're complaining, every small thing you're feeling dead, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling rejected, you want to be vengeful, you want to revenge. But if your heart is fertilized, you know that God is dwelling in your heart richly, and He's encouraging you, He's commending you, He's validating you. Then you begin to have ideas. When ideas come, you nourish it, you cherish it, you enhance it, you develop it, and through that process, you begin to make a living. So make sure you have a right attitude. Your attitude will determine your altitude. You begin to become a winner. The next, again, we said try to have a creative and innovative and a pioneering thinking. That is to say, if you don't think, you stink. There is a difference between thinking and worrying. When you sit down to begin to think, a lot of people are doing what others are doing, imitators. But when you sit down and God inspire your spirit, and God influence and motivate you with ideas and inspire you, you notice that you can be creative. You do some things differently. You do some work differently. As you begin to do that, you become very unique and peculiar. So please, in the area of prayer, in the area of meditation, in the area of reflection, that's when God gives people ideas and power to make wealth, as it is in Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18. So don't become an imitator, and make sure that at every point in time, you have in mind to solve a problem. Most problem and solution are found from people that are solution oriented. We said, all right, make sure that at every point in time you take advantage of problem. Joseph solved a problem, not only in Egypt, but through the solving the problem of interpretation of dream to the butler and the baker. He also solved the problem of interpretation of dream for Pharaoh, and through that process he became the governor in Egypt. So make sure you're solving a problem. Remember, Esther solved a problem in the Bible when she stood up again and made up her mind, if I perish, I perish. Remember, all we are saying is that how to overcome life problems or life challenges, and how to become better, become strong. Right? When God is with you, one with God is in the majority. Proverbs 30:30. It goeth well with a lion, so it does not turn his back against any. When God is with you, you begin to be all royal in going. You become a peculiar person. So make sure that you are strong in your mind. A lot of people chuckle and fickle. A lot of girls are very inferior. That's why you're everything. You can't even defeat any food because you're hungry, and people know that you need money. You are not even thinking about long term. You are short term thinking. That's why any small thing you are defeated and you're discouraged. But if you have you even think transgenerationally. You think you're a young girl, but you're thinking about a goodly man, a goodly marriage. You think about your future. Then like Jacob, you begin to excel. But if you are merely thinking in the now, like Esau, who has meat in his hand, but he was begging for pottage and sell his birthright. You too, you are gifted, but see, you're dying for nothing. Now, and I said also, remember the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity. So when people do something, you reciprocate, yeah? So try to help people, say commend people, compliment people, help people, and people get back to begin to help you. No man is an island. Therefore, make sure you are connecting very well. Make sure you are ethical, you're moral in conduct and in behavior, and also you give commendation. Now, don't be a complainant, yeah? Begin to give compliment. Like Abraham Lincoln said, he says everyone needs compliment. As you begin to give smile, smile return back to you. You give compliment, compliment come back to you. By this program, we want to urge everyone, particularly young men, to have a problem-solving mentality, to become solution-oriented. Don't dodge and don't evade or avoid problem, but keep solving problem, enlarge your capacity and you multiply your possibility, and enlarge many skills and things that you can do. God will begin to bless you. So become a problem solver, be your best and do your best at every time. Once you become that, you notice that before you know it, you become a winner. You are strong for all purposes and people begin to commend and recommend you, and through that process, even without struggling, you become very prosperous. By this program, God will make you a stronger you. It will go well with you as a lion. You'll be swifter than a horse, and also you soar like an eagle. God bless you. I've been and remain your host, Emmanuel. Ifeadike.